To the women, the men and women that put on that uniform for honor, dignity, courage, and most importantly, fearless. To the women and men that literally miss birthdays, time with their loved ones, to be overseas, to fight for our freedom, to fight for what we call America. We thank you. We love you. We appreciate you. And from the Buzzing with Marlowe podcast, and most importantly, I want to wish everyone a happy Veterans Day. Thank you for your service and who all is still serving. Thank you. What's up, everybody? Thank you for joining me with Buzzing with Marlowe live. I hope all is well. Happy Friday, guys. Also, happy Veterans Day, ladies and gentlemen, to all that have served, fought, died for our freedom, man. We thank y'all so desperately, so much. So Veterans Day is definitely on to y'all. But guys, if y'all are new to the channel, make sure you like, share, most importantly, subscribe. Hit the notification bell to stay in contact with all our platforms. Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, LinkedIn, Tumblr. I mean, all social media handles. You can check us at Buzzing with Marlowe, and you can find us on all social platforms. Guys, man, happy Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Friday, ladies and gentlemen. I hope everybody is having a good day, and most importantly, go. Sorry, guys. Like I was getting back into the routine, Dad first, ladies and gentlemen. But guys, this is Friday. This is a kind of a different segment than what we do every single week. Usually I have a guest on every single week. We have a new chat and stuff today. But today I really wanted to do an episode where I could just come on here, interact with y'all, have a little bit of Q&A, and also, most importantly, I want to get something that's been holding a lot, kind of real tight on me lately, and the topic is really how I view celebrities. I've been, when I've been a little kid, I mean, I'm pretty sure all of us, we've all had certain movie actors, sports athletes. Anyone that's been on the TV, on the public eye, we've all had someone that we've looked up to, idolized, and wanted to be like, and stuff like that. And some of the stuff that I have seen now with how things have been for so long, and it's kind of a nerve-wracking thing, I guess that would be the best way to say it. It's been kind of a scary subject sometimes to say it, because going from, I don't ever talk about this, but guys, I'm really going to mention something on it right now. When we talk about voting, I think last year's voting, I think, was the most I've ever seen involvement regarding celebrities. And it's crazy to see that the choices that they chose just so they could keep their fans. And, there's some things that trigger fans, and they post stuff, they do their little things on it just so they can get that like or that follow, obviously to pay for whatever thing they're endorsing and stuff like that. So I really wanted to get on here and, talk about how I view celebrity. How everything that I see regarding, on TV and stuff like that, guys, I don't really have cable anymore. I really don't care to have cable sometimes just because of the stuff that's on TV now. It's just plain out obnoxious at times. This year has been a very, very intriguing year, I guess, just because we've all experienced a lot of things. We have seen more hate. We have seen more alliance, I would say. We have stuff that is making people more divided in ways as well. We see that mental health is drawn to up sky high at times. We see, just look at the little rates, man. Divorces, hate between kids. Crimes that we're seeing in schools regarding kids. Just a lot of things. And I don't think this is ever getting acknowledgement. And a lot of people want to talk about it. It's just they don't want to be offended. They don't want to hurt someone's feelings. They don't want someone to, give them that debate. And I've always been one of the ones that don't give a damn. But I've had more of a respect in so many things because you don't know how someone feels. And, I've got a quote from one of my favorite, from my favorite celebrity, and that's The Rock. And it's more important to be nice. And something I've learned that takes you a lot better way, because you never know what person feels like. You never know how the stuff is going. And, that also involvements with celebrities as well, guys, because we see so much. If we want to be real on it, look at just the recent stuff about, Aaron Carter. Rest in peace, Aaron Carter. Aaron Carter probably killed himself. It's sad to say that. But we all look at him and go, man, he was lost in his mind and stuff. And I watched a recent video of him. And, I'm not paying any acknowledgement, like, yeah, that's a cool thing to do. But you watch this video and you see how he's troubled. When I say troubled, he doesn't understand what's going on. He doesn't understand what he can do to better it, how he can keep going through what he's going through and stuff, like how he was talking about, where he was on MTV Cribs showing off his $1 million house. Like, that was his house, and then that same day his parents were getting a divorce. I'm sure some of us can relate to that. Not the $1 million house, but I'm talking about, with divorce and stuff like that. And that's one thing we got to realize: celebrities are people as well, guys. They put on clothes like we put on. They put on shoes we put on. They drive cars like we drive cars. Maybe some of them are nicer. Maybe even have drivers drive for them. But they are human. And I've been seeing a lot of things regarding celebs lately, and it's been kind of sad in ways. A big one. My family itself, we're big fans of Crisley Knows Best. And when you watch Todd Crisley, it was always a nerve-wracking experience. Like, it was kind of cool to see, like, this father and the way he acts and stuff. You obviously are thinking a different way, like, oh, he don't go that way. But you see his beautiful wife and his kids and how he talks about stuff and all this, and it's just like, okay, maybe we can't judge him instantly. And that they're possibly facing a court for fraud on taxes and stuff. But not trying to dish anybody's dirt out, but we sit here and hold celebrities to a high level, and we don't realize that they got a lot of troubles as well and stuff in their life and what's going on. Alex, how's it going, man? As well, and hope you enjoyed this episode. But yeah, guys, like, we wonder why celebrities go through what they go through: depression, suicide, drugs, You know, just stuff that we wouldn't experience because we see them on a screen, we see them on videos, we see them in movies, we see them in all these different things in different visual aspects, and we look at them as that character. And you know, for me coming from wrestling and me being a character, it can do some stuff to you guys. Like when you're that character for so long, you believe you're that person 24/7. And sometimes it can be a worse feeling for you in times. Look at some of the celebrities that we've had. I mean, when we look at Heath Ledger, he playing as the Joker. Still probably the best Joker we've had, but still it's sad to say, like, that was probably one of his last performances. And he gave everything he had to be that character. And maybe it was that character way too much. So, and try to get too into that character. I mean, guys like Jim Carrey, playing as the Riddler, did not know. I'm pretty sure none of us knew at that time that he was going through a mental depression from being that character, playing that role. It's just crazy to see what we don't realize these larger than life people go through and stuff. What's up, Tino? I hope you're doing well, man. I'm doing well, bro. I appreciate you coming on. We're having a nice little Q&A, and also I'm going to talk about, you know, how we view celebrities. So, Tino, tell me, man, how do you see celebrities? Like, tell me what is your visual when you see a celebrity? Like, what do you see them influence with younger audience and stuff like that? So, yeah, man, definitely come in and enjoy. But going back to the Jim Carrey character, for him to be so in tune to play the Riddler, that is it's kind of nerve-wracking. I mean, I'm a big Jim Carrey fan. Like, my favorite movie I watched him was Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. When he played in that hospital thing where he was in the skirt and, you know, in that mental health hospital, that was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. And I literally was clicked on Jim Carrey for the longest time just because of that film itself. So, I mean, you could tell just how above and beyond he went for that character. I mean, when you see these athletes in general, I've seen numerous athletes, you know. I was part of that train for a long time, you know, when they had athletes and, you know, when they get caught for marijuana and stuff like that. The younger me, I'm sitting there like, you know, shame on them for that. They should know better. This is a bad motivation for kids and stuff like that. But when I've gotten older, obviously we see marijuana now a common thing now. I'm not against it and I'm not for it as well. Like, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. I've seen it have good effects to people, and I've seen bad effects with people as well. So I've seen both ends of it, but that's just people's liking now. But when we talk about, you know, drugs, stuff like that, we all sit here and say we wish we could be a celebrity. We all wish we could be, you know, that person on TV, on that screen. We would live the best life. But when you see stuff like how we see, you know, with the depression, we see the mental health, we see the days of rehab, favorite actors, actresses. I mean, there's been a hell of a number on these, but it's crazy when you see this constantly, and it just keeps increasing. And my view on it is, with me having 2 children, my daughter looks up to Diana. If anybody don't know who Diana is, look up YouTube, type in Dinah and Roma. These 2 young kids, my daughter worships these 2 kids. When they go on that YouTube channel and they do the songs and everything, like, my daughter is in tune with them. My son, ever since he's got into Roblox, he's been into just watching kids play Roblox. And there's a certain group, and I think they're kind of celebrities and stuff. I think Mr. Beast and all them do some videos on that, and he really loves them. So he really follows everything that they do. And I remember my son would tell me, he's like, Dad, one day I'm going to be like how Mr. Beast was, and I want to be like how you are with people. And I always asked him, I said, what do you mean by that? He said, well, Dad, a lot of people are not nice, and I don't understand it. You know, I'm just like them and stuff like that. And he's like, well, Dad, I watch these people on YouTube, and they're nice, they're friends, and they give money away. And this 10-year-old, guys, a 10-year-old tell me they give money away. He's like, Dad, I want to help people like that when I grow up. And that part is just like, it's a nerve-wracking feeling for me. It's really interesting to see how in tune a child can hook on to stuff that are celebrities. I mean, I've been a victim myself. I will tell y'all right now, I used to love hip hop films and stuff like that. And I'm pretty sure a lot of, friends in here and stuff, y'all used to, dress like your favorite rapper, dress like your favorite artist or something like that. And I remember my dad and a couple other people told me, they do this for the music video, but when they go home, they're in suits, they're in uptight clothes because they fit in that audience now. And I mean, if you look at the way stuff is going nowadays, man, there's a reason for it. If you get out of certain things and you're seeing you're seeing rap artists and stuff like that being killed, and from stuff that are not, it's just insane stuff you're seeing. And it's like, maybe should have been that life. Should have done something a little bit different on these things. And it's sad when you say this stuff because now it's already done. So it's like you don't have a way to reprocess and replan that playbook, basically. It's just sad, man, when you see these celebrities and there's certain topics about one particular thing, and it's like they push so much stuff on you. But the question is, are they doing what they're pushing as well? And the thing that I'll give my opinion about what they're doing about with Kyrie, I don't believe he should have said what he said, but I feel like the punishment that they're giving and so many different things that are going on as well, I don't agree to, bash on one because he's not with the group. It's insane to me. Everybody's just got to be one. We got to be more together, be more in tune and stuff like that. And I mean, when you watch these celebrities and you see them on TV preaching what they want their fan base to see because that's what their agent is telling them to do and what they see. And then when you go to listen to a podcast with them on, and it's like, wow, really? So you definitely agreed with what that person said that you told that you didn't agree with on camera. And it's like I've seen visually plenty times where I've seen celebrities go on one screen, talk about one thing, and then when they get their own freedom to talk about what it's a whole different subject. And it hurts because we don't realize why we affect the audience. Like, we have so many things that we can look at now. We have social media accounts. We have internet. Internet can find it damn near anything now. So it's like it's sad in ways because now we're always researching stuff. I mean, coming me from pro wrestling background, we're researching wrestlers that have been in the 80s and stuff. And you're like, oh, they done this. Oh, they done this. Like, why we haven't solved this, figured out what we're doing with this? And it's like, there's a reason why that lifestyle is there, because it is a tough bubble to deal with. And, when you see things like these constantly happening, it's really freaking sad, man. It's crazy how we put so much acknowledgement, we pay so much attention to certain people when we could just realize, like, man, they're just like us. They might be on TV, they might have a better car, they might have something, but in a way, they probably wish they had the happiness that we have, and they would be okay with the less wealth that they have as well. And I've heard numerous podcasts where have actually come out and said something like that. And it just makes you have a realization to like realize what a purpose is when it comes to these things. What is the main alternative that we look at when we do stuff like we do? And it's really sad in ways because now one particular topic is not only on one platform, not on just the news, not on just the sports network. Now we're into, Hallmark and all these other different platforms just to promote this one particular thing. And it's making it and it's making this to this. And it's really sad because it's really affecting the youth. I will definitely say that. I never thought I would ever be this person and be like, my generation and this, but it's being factual now, man. I've seen it numerous times where we're looking at stuff and it's just like movies itself. They don't have any newer ideas to films and stuff like that. And it's like they're constantly remaking stuff and we're bashing it before it even comes out because we don't want that visual to affect what we've seen in our young days where we're watching, a great example, Top Gun. I was one of those guys and I was so excited when I watched it. I was so happy when I watched it. It was probably almost better than the first one in my honest opinion. But it's like you already have an assumption to stuff. And that's where we got the problem is. We're not letting people speak on what they want. We are sitting here attacking them for saying what they want to say. And it's sad. And it's really hurts in ways. Like it's crazy to me. It's very crazy to me. It's like you've got to have an acknowledgement where we can be open to chat about something and just listen. Just listen. And it's okay to not agree to something. And that's something I've seen with celebrities so much is they're agreeing with the audience just so they keep a like, a share, a comment, or whatever they're trying to do, that follow. They're doing anything and everything to keep their audience to stay in love with them, to keep buying their albums, to keep buying their films, to keep doing their stuff, because I get it. That's their job and stuff. But when they go on a podcast and then they express how they really feel, and it's just like, oh, that's a different vision than what you gave me on Extra or whatever. It makes you realize what bubble we're all in when we're revolving around the network and stuff. And yes, I know people will probably come at me and say, yeah, man, Warren, but you're talking, but you're a podcaster. You're doing all this stuff. You're doing all this stuff. I'm busting my tail to do this stuff, man. I'm doing this on my own in ways. Like I'm not having help around with these things. Like I'm literally doing everything by my way. But I'm gonna also tell you all this, and I hope everybody listens to me when I say this is, I will do it the way I feel like. I'm never going to change the way I feel on things, the way I subject things on this. I'm not going to sit there and say, hey, you're wrong. I'm going to give you my opinion. You know what? If we're not in the same opinion, that's fine. I'm not going to shame you for that. And that's one thing I don't like about what we got going on with a lot of things nowadays is we're shaming people for having a decision. And we can't say our decision because it affects somebody. It hurts their feelings. It does all these crazy things. And I've seen it visually when it regarding our celebrities. Our celebrities are the biggest recycled thing that our children follow more than anything. Anything. I mean, what's the easiest way to build anger? Putting it on for children's novels and stuff. Great example, man. Why are we forcing stuff for things? And I've said this on, on my unbiased opinion, where I would rather to explain certain subjects to my kids without them being forced upon on them. If that makes any sense. Like, we see so many Disney films, and I'm a big Disney film. I mean, I'm a big Disney guy. My wife, super big Disney person. So I have to be into Disney or it's just a crazy marriage in ways. Like, my wife loves Disney. So it's like, it's crazy when we're seeing these things being put into Disney films. Now, I will say this, if we want a certain type of character, and I had a conversation with a certain group on a Tuesday podcast, shout outs to MSK. We talked about this. There's certain characters that never need to be changed just for that visual thing to feel our moments. And we had a big debate about, with Nick Fury being, Sam L playing as Nick Fury. I think Nick Fury couldn't be played with anyone better than Sam L because we're so used to him in the movies and stuff. And, a normal comic Brainiac, like legit comic nerd guy, saw it as a different thing. He's like, no, man, this is what he should have been. This is what he should have been. This is what he was in the comics. Like I've sat there and said, it's okay to have a change. Like, you know what? It's okay for someone to have a different person as their character, because now that gives more acknowledgement to, more different people. And when I say that is, it's okay to have a superhero that's not, that typical race we see on TVs and stuff. It's okay to have that because now it embraces and teaches that audience, the younger audience itself, is like, hey, man, you can make it in this world. You can have a person to look up to and not be forced on it. Like this could be something that you can endure, that you can enjoy and stuff like that. And that's one thing that hurts me when we have these things regarding celebrities is we see them as role models. We see them as we see them like the most prestige. Like they are the top person to believe and see every single day. And it's hurt me when I see these things now because it's like it's insane to me. Insane. It's, oh my gosh. I may be on a podcast plenty of times talking about wrestling all the time, but you see it all over the world, man. You see it all over the world. We don't like change because we're so used to the machine already what it is. So when we get change, it hurts. It affects everything because this is not something we're used to. And that's something that I've had to learn being older and listening to some of the guests that I've had on here. Shout out to a lot of the guests that have came on this Buzzing With Marlowe podcast. I mean, I could name so many of them that have had so much, knowledge coming to this subject in hand. It's sickening in ways, man, because my son being special needs and, with him being autistic and stuff like that, I don't ever have a special card with him, but it's crazy to see how happy my son can always be, even around group of kids that are angry, group of kids that don't feel like they belong in places and stuff. And my son, as much as someone's probably making fun of him or whatever, because when you see my son, he may act a little different than most kids, which is normal. And I've seen it firsthand, at the playground where kids look at him differently because he's not how they are all the time. And, and it hurts, but all I can see is my son smiling and enjoying himself and appreciating, being around that group. And he doesn't see a difference. Like I've had this conversation plenty of times and he goes, Dad, they put on shoes just like me. They put on clothes just like me. So why do they see me different? Why don't kids want to play all the time? Like, why do kids see me in a different visual in ways? And it was a hard conversation with him. I mean, my kid's only my 10-year-old kid, and he's just like constantly telling me, he's like, what's different? Why is this what it is? And he always used to watch, John Cena, and he's a big AJ Styles fan now. And he goes, Dad, John Cena looked like a superhero. And I always never give up because of what John Cena says. And it's crazy like how effect a celebrity can be for the younger audience. It's just from that example. And most of the celebrities, I'm going to say it now, gotta do better. Gotta do better. I mean, it's okay to have, your vent fest. It's okay to do some of the things that you do, but, for you to get away with so much stuff that we would be punished for is acceptable in any way. And I wish that we look at celebrities like how we look at each other, You know, it's cool. Yeah, they're on TV. They're our escape from reality. And I think some of the celebrities as well, they do some of these roles and stuff to be escaped from reality. And I remember when we look at, you know, comedians, one that comes to mind is Robin Williams, one of the funniest guys, one of the funniest actors in film, in my opinion. And to see that he passed away due to an overdose, due to killing himself, it's sad, because you look at him and you think he's the happiest person on the planet. You see him on comedy stand-ups. You see him constantly smiling, enjoying himself, you know. And then obviously you're seeing the behind the scenes at the end where we go, you know, breaking news. He passed away. It's crazy. It is insane. Insane. It makes you go to realize, you know, what triggered them, what caused them to get that way, feel that anger, what caused him to do that. Like Robin Williams, he played as Genie, one of the best genies you could have. Like Robin Williams played in Miss Doubtfire. Robin Williams played in Jumanji. Robin Williams played in so many films. Played as Popeye, for crying out loud. Like, how could he been so depressed? How could he not have been happy? What was going on in this life? And we will never know. We will never know. But it's obvious that some things, as much as perfect they seem, are obviously not the best when they're outside the backstory. And it's crazy when we see these things, we bash them, we sit here and, you know, and one thing that drives me nuts when it comes to this audience standpoint is, like, you know, someone will discourage you, will talk bad about you because they're jealous of you. Say that again. People usually find one bad thing wrong with you because they're jealous of you to make themselves feel better. What does that tell us? What does that tell us? It's insane. Guys, we're going to go to a quick commercial break, and we will be back on this cool little rant on Buzzing with Marlowe. Also, guys, put your comments in the chat and link on the chat, man. We're going to get them out. We're going to have some nice little fun, talk about some Q&A. Obviously, guys, we're going to come back and I'll talk about my experience back in the ring last Saturday. So definitely don't go anywhere, man. We'll be back, man. This is Buzzing with Marlowe, and I got a lot more to talk about. So definitely see y'all in a quick bit. All right. Thank you.
With Batsy. It was just last night, as the entire country was tuning into its favorite talk show.
You simply makes you a stranger.
VMAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Don't even know why I'm watching, cause it ain't funny when you ain't here. But I know you're going away, so I'm watching so we can stay here. I heard you trying to protect myself. I ain't making excuses, I'm just letting you know I understand why you live. It was toxic, back for your help. You trying so hard to love me, but I really couldn't love myself. I needed your patience, baby, but time's up. Whole time I really felt like I wasn't enough. Deleted all of your pictures cause I can't stomach the fact. After all that we've been through, my baby's not coming back. I swear that I'll go down crying while I'm writing this track. I swear that I'll go down crying while I'm writing this track. Got more words this. Baby, one popped out. Ain't nobody in this motherfucker fly to me. These bitches all in my DM. Texting them back was good, but I ain't really trying to see them.
He said he accepted, and you know what? Nobody wants to see it because nobody remembers the American prodigy. All this history, and nobody cares. But if you could find one, that's all I'm asking. If you could find one promotion that wants to put this on, I'll be there. I will be. There's no running. There's no running. Not at all. I will be there. Right in the center of the ring. You versus me. And then when I beat you, you'll understand that maybe wrestling wasn't for you. Maybe this is a good new career change. You're a podcaster. You're an influencer, social media.
What's up? Florida, weighing 238 pounds.
All right, guys, we are back. We are back. Thank y'all for taking a nice little hold on a little moment. But yes, guys, we are back. This is episode 111. Just thought about it. Have a nice little episode. Let's have a little rant. Guys, if you haven't, check out Commission Talks. That will just happen earlier today at 1 o'clock Eastern Time. Was interesting. It was definitely an interesting chat. Most importantly, I want to have prayers go out to my boy Blackheart. I hope everything gets better, man. Love you, bro. Hope everything gets better. You know, my phone's always open for you, always on. But guys, it's definitely a little different than usual. You know, usually I'm all about, you know, having a conversation with my guests and stuff. So I thought about, you know, why not just do one episode a day, interact with the audience and have some fun. But yeah, guys, is there anybody in the chat that want to say some things? I mean, it's definitely been an interesting week itself. I think there's a rumor going around that we might have a wrestler that was the Masked Singer, right? Is that what it was? Somebody singing in the Masked Singer. I got videos sent to me recently about it, and I haven't been able to watch Masked Singer in a little bit lately. I mean, I kind of fell out of it a little bit. Just it's constantly on nowadays. But it's awesome to see more of an audience being grown every single week on that thing. I think that dinosaur really is Jericho, guys. I'm not trying to spoil it, but I think it is going to be Jericho. But also, guys, you know, we also got a lot of cool things also coming around.
I interrupt this regularly scheduled podcast so I could give a message to the American prodigy. I hear you loud and clear. October 1st, DCCW in McClenny, Florida, you showed up. You made your presence known, and you almost cost me the match. See, before, it was business. Now, it's very much personal. So, American Prodigy, watch your back, because the Prodigy is about to become a nightmare. Yeah, I hear you loud and clear. But the only thing you're going to hear is that I'm El Niño, an American prodigy. One way or the other, you will subscribe.
Why was the same video? Okay. I don't know why the same video just popped up instantly. Like, is that supposed to scare me? You know, I'm glad that came up, you know, because, you know, last Saturday I had my first in-ring match back since I left. I will say shout out to the wrestling company. Sadly, it was not the match that was on the card, sadly. This wasn't even at the same promotion, sadly. It was a last-minute booking. I found out Less Fortunate was not going to be able to make it. It was either due to health reasons or something. I heard. I don't know the full thing about it, but I got on a quick booking, just quicker than anything. It wasn't like a long match either, but it was definitely just awesome to get back in the ring and have a match. I mean, it wasn't the best crowd. I mean, obviously, it was an independent show, guys. It was an independent show. I'm not really so worried about that. I just definitely was excited to get my first match back in. It was so cool to hear that song. That new entrance song was amazing. Oh my gosh, I wish that was my old song. For real, like, oh my gosh. Shout out to Best Believe. That song USA, the crowd was singing it, USA, USA, and then it even transitioned to AP at the end. So it was really cool just to get that feeling back. And you know, Emoji Boy over there that keeps putting this video, like, he's scaring me. Like I need to keep a one eye open with him and stuff like that. You know, I'm not hard to find, bro. I hear there's a show coming up December 10th in McClenny, if I remember, and I think we'll be on that card. And you know, I probably am I available that day? We don't know yet. Okay. To be continued. See if we can figure out something regarding December 10th. Definitely could be an option for sure. I know he's got a show coming up December 10th. I've been seeing his promos. I saw his thing on YouTube. If anybody didn't go check it out, I hate to give him acknowledgement, but he had to use my name to get that going again. So definitely was interesting to hear that, and the awesome reaction I got from the audience itself in McClenny at the Baker County Fairgrounds was really awesome. And definitely where I was at this Saturday last Saturday was an awesome experience. Really cool. Also, man, I want to give a shout out to my boys TRL for not only winning the Money in the Bank briefcase at the Solid Rock Championship Wrestling event, and also cashing in that exact same night to be the Solid Rock Championship Tag Team Champs. Shout out to my boy Johnny Romano and the Anointed One, Logan Stevens. Love y'all, boys. I'm very proud of y'all. Congratulations. Shout out to all of the talent at Solid Rock Championship Wrestling. I saw that it was a great turnout. It was an awesome event. Definitely looking forward to coming back. I think we talked to the promoter just now. The next show, I think me and Les Fortune are going to have that one-on-one bout that we were supposed to have last weekend. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm just glad the fact that that's not going to be my first. Finally got that out of the way. You know, guys, I'm not going to lie, I've been sore since that day. I think I was fully good again by Wednesday. So shout out to Icy Hot. Like I said, shout out to Icy Hot, Epsom salt, and ice baths, because that is what's been keeping this body keep going lately. So, and this lovely supplement as well. So it's just crazy to get back into that grind, get back into that feeling again. So it was really awesome to see that. So definitely looking forward to this, and don't know why that clip had to be popped on, and I don't know what he's trying to bring that message in, but I'm already ready, man. You don't know. When we get in that ring, buddy, it's going to be fun. Because I'm telling you right now, you brought me back. I'm going to face you. Like it or not, I don't care what arrangements we got to do. It's going to happen. Me versus you. I don't care if I got to wrestle Nick Brutal first. I don't care if I got to do a wheelchair race match with Dylan Wheeler or whatever we want to do regarding this situation. I will be in the ring one-on-one with Emoji Boy. And I'm telling you right now, I'm about to stick that frown upside down, because I'm about to just beat the living tar out of this guy, because I've had it up to here for it's almost been 9 months since I've heard this dude talk. Done with that. I'm tired of it. I'm ready to get my hands on him and just pound his face in, because I've been tired of hearing this man talk for so long. I put him on a podcast. He sat there and tried to disrespect me on my own show, you know. And of course, what were you expecting? You coming on there, on 100th episode, and you thought I was going to treat you like a honorary guest? No, I tried to get you in and out. You kept popping back. So you know what? Okay. And then you wanted to sit there and talk mess about my guest. That's the part that pissed me off more than anything. So, you know, only time will tell, buddy. Pretty soon, we're going to be going. It ain't going to be pretty. It ain't going to be pretty. You might want to have your DWI guys, all over this area and all over another area and all over this area, you know. You probably have another woman that you'll put a mask on, and that'll be Hember Part 5. I only time we are going to fight. This ain't gonna be no joke around. When I get my hands on you, that's it. That's it. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of you running away. I'm tired of you making me look bad on this show, thinking, oh, I can't get this booked or whatever, when you sat there and called the promoters behind my back, behind the scenes, and sat there and told them you don't want this match, that you can't have this match, and there's no way you can compete at that match. Yeah, I've already found out, buddy. I found out all the secrets. So pretty soon it's going to happen. And if I have to go to another show, like I've done before, to make this acknowledgement that I'm in there to fight you, I'll have to do it. So be it. The show December 10th, I might have to mark it on the calendar. You know, I might have to make some time for that. Just maybe. Just maybe. So where's that? Oh, okay. We'll have to talk to promoters. Okay, I got you. It sounds good. So, yeah, December 10th. Just might happen. Just might happen. But, guys, whew, we're almost in that roundup moment. Guys, happy Friday. Can't say it any more than also, guys, the Jaguars won last Sunday. Woo! The Jaguars finally pulled a W, and my Miami Hurricanes just crapped the bed. Football was really a mixed match for me last week. You know, usually it's Miami Hurricanes winning a lot more than my Jags winning. Now it's kind of reverse roles. The Jaguars are winning more than the Hurricanes, and I'm going to be honest with y'all guys. I have not seen that bad of a performance from Miami versus Florida State in over 12 years of that game that we just – if that was a game last Saturday in Miami, might I add, in freaking Hard Rock Stadium. We rarely ever lost in Hard Rock Stadium, and we got annihilated that game. That was sickening. I really stopped watching it at the third quarter, and I had to force myself to watch close to the end of the third quarter. And I was just like, I can't watch this anymore. I really will lose my mind. Like, I could not believe that we had no energy into that game. It's, oh my gosh, that's sickening to me. Oh man. But luckily my Jags pulled it out. The only time will tell. I really think they're going to be a contender definitely for next season, especially knowing we got Calvin Ridley coming in. Hopefully he stays out of trouble. He does what he needs to do. Don't bet on no games, especially don't be betting when you play with us, because, you know, there's going to be a bankrupt moment. But I think with him now being an addition to the Jaguars, I think it's going to be a great asset to the team. Gives a major weapon to Trevor Lawrence. You still got Marquise Lee. You still got, you got Marvin Jones Jr. You've got, Zay Jones. I think he's really going to be picking it back up again. Ankle healed up again. I've got to say it, guys, man. Christian Kirk has earned the money that he's got right now. I'm telling you right now, this guy has been awesome to see play so far. Like, this dude has been getting some crazy catches from Trevor, and with ETN on that offense with him as well. And I think that's given him that comfort, giving that old Clemson comfort level that he's been so used to. And it's really cool to see how much he's adapted. This is basically his first season. This is the second season, but this is his first season playing. And I still don't know why they got rid of Robinson, but I guess that's why I'm not in management for a team or anything, because I don't understand a lot of things that we have done since our 2009 close AFC championship game, and we have literally haven't won any prestige since. So, yeah, it's been a wild time to be a Jaguar. Let's just say that. But I'm seeing improvement pretty soon. I see that we keep coming up. Thing I always say, we want to go up, we don't want to go down, and I want to keep this momentum riding in. Obviously the season's slowing down a lot more, so it's definitely going to be a fight. I just want them to keep contending this season, And then obviously next season, I think is going to be a real different look for the Jaguars. Plus, Doug Peterson playing against, Andy Reid's Chiefs. That's going to be a pretty cool story to see. I'm excited to see how we're going to do against the Chiefs for sure. It's going to be interesting. I mean, we've not lost a game under 8 points, which is insane if you look at it, because the way we're bashing them, we're treating the Jaguars like they lost, like how my Miami Hurricanes have been losing to teams like Florida State. Like, that was the most sickening loss I have ever seen in so long. Of me being a Miami Hurricane fan, that hurt me instantly, because that is one game we at least got to make sure we put everything in, and I don't see we put any effort into that game. It horrible. Oh my gosh. Can't express that anymore. But NBA season is back. The Lakers are looking rough as can be right now. My Magics, they pulled out a win. A tough win. That was wow. I'm excited to see how this season goes with the NBA. Obviously, I hope the rules that they got on Kyrie kind of lowered down a little bit, man. That's a little bit too abrasive in my opinion. I mean, it's okay to express yourself, but, kind of know your audience. When I say know your audience, you know what you're getting yourself into, but for you to still give that acknowledgement and be true to yourself, I got to be honest with you, man. At least you gave your honest how you felt. Sometimes, we go, sometimes it's better not to say something. I mean, it's like a rejection. Like, if you constantly ask somebody to go out with them, and, it goes from being nice to no, and then you constantly doing it, and then all of a sudden they go, look, I'm not attracted to you. And then you go, I wish you lied about it. And it's like, we tried. There's only so much you can push until you push someone to that limit. And I think that's happened with Kyrie. I think that's happened with, some of these celebrities in ways is like that's just been pushed to their ultimate limit, because we feel like we have so much of a control point and stuff. And it's really sad in ways to see. But, guys, this has been another great episode of Buzzing with Marlowe. This was just a different rant fest, whatever. But also, guys, I want to give a nice little plug. We got SmackDown tonight. We got my boys, The New Day versus the Usos. The Usi, are you feeling Usos? I'm excited to see that match. This one is going to be a different aspect. If you didn't see my opinion about it, go check out Commission Talks on the 11:30 podcast wrestling episode we just did at 1 p.m. Eastern time. Was definitely a very awesome episode, and we talked about what this meaning is, what the story is built up for this match. Obviously, we're going to find out what's next for Roman coming into SmackDown, and going into Survivor Series. We got that tournament coming up. Yeah, another damn wrestling tournament. But you only can see what's going to happen. Hopefully, that's a newcomer. Hopes to give an opportunity to a new up-and-coming talent. Trying to think of something else I was going on SmackDown. Just check out SmackDown. Obviously, you can check out Rampage as well. Rampage with AEW. I mean, that's what you like. That's what you like. It's wrestling, man. Wrestling as a whole has gotten so insanely good. I mean, it's a back and forth thing with that. And obviously, stuff you can check out on TV. Obviously, guys, we got the new Black Panther. It just came out on movie theaters. I think I might do an episode where I do a review on it. I just might do that. I might do a review on it. I'm a big Marvel critic, so I really want to. I mean, honestly, I want to see this movie just because I want to do, because this is basically the ending of Phase 4, and obviously the trailer has been so emotional. Oh my gosh. But I'm excited to see this one because it's going to introduce, Ironheart and just getting the newer heroes and stuff built up for Phase 5. And I'm excited for that one because when we get to see Ant-Man That's going to be insane. But a lot of new movies are about to start coming out. Guys, if you haven't, go check out Black Adam, man. I can't preach it enough. Go check out Black Adam. Oh my gosh. If you are wanting to see a movie that's in a DC plateau, get back into that momentum that they needed to be in so long, go check out Black Adam. Don't want to spoil on anything. There's a return for a certain individual that makes a bigger impact for DC to coming in the future. But I will say this, guys, Rock finally played a part that I thought he needed for so long. It fit his role. I mean, the dude put in so much work and ethic to get this character over and to get this movie going. So, I mean, go check it out. Go check it out. If you're a DC fan, highly recommend go check this out because, I mean, it was a really cool story. And, guys, if you're a Pierce Brosnan fan, highly recommend it. I'm telling you right now, Pierce Brosnan played a splendid job in this episode, in this movie. I am not going to hesitate when I tell you. I was a little hesitant when I first watched it. When I first saw that he was in a film and I saw he was going to play a superhero, I'm like, maybe a little bit past his time. But I was just like, oh, man. He was the star of that movie, in my opinion. So that was definitely an interesting thing for sure. So go check out Black Adam. There's been a lot of crazy things going on this year itself. We are now approached. This is episode 111. We have done 11 episodes for season 4. And we're nowhere near stopping, guys. I'm telling you right now, we won't have a break until. So I'm going to be constantly going, man. Constantly getting ready to roll. How's it going? How's it going? Hope you are doing well. Hope you are enjoying this episode. We're actually about to start wrapping up. So if you want any questions, ask some questions away right now because we got at least, I would say, what we got? At least 5 minutes left, and then we're going to have to start wrapping it up. So, yo, what up, Dre? What's up, my boy? That episode, Commission Talks, man, was an awesome episode, guys. Highly recommend y'all go check that one out. Definitely was a deep one, and especially the ending, man. Definitely the ending. Hey, man, everything's going well. Everything's going well. Hey, love it. Always love Dre. So what we got left? We've recovered sports. We talked about everything. Also, guys, this upcoming episode, we got Commission Talks every Wednesday. We've got, I have a new episode every single week where I have a new guest. So I'm going to name some of the roles that some of my guests are going to be in the upcoming weeks. There's one that's going to be talking about, children swimming. Very, very big on that one because my kids don't know how to swim yet. My son is 10. My daughter is 3. About to be 4 now, guys. Oh, my gosh. In December, my daughter will officially be 4 years old. Oh, my Lord. Where has the time gone? And obviously, in April, my son will be 11. Gosh, have mercy. I'll have an 11-year-old. Man, oh, man. But this year itself has been a very insane year. I mean, coming from the Buzzing With Marlowe season, from me coming back in the ring, from me, experiencing a lot of tough things, regarding with marriage, fatherhood, work, family, friends, all that. I mean, it's definitely been an experience for me this year. And we're almost on the road to Thanksgiving. That's insane. It's crazy to believe that's like right around the corner. I remember when I always make a joke, I never would start Christmas shopping until on Black Friday, and it's literally almost here now. So it's like crazy to believe, it's literally right around the corner. But guys, I think that's about it. Yeah, okay. Guys, thank y'all for joining us today. I hope y'all got something out of this. I know it was just like a little rant fest. I wanted to kind of get something off my mind when it got off my chest regarding, with celebrities. And, one thing I just say about celebrities, man, do better. Do better. Do what you believe, but realize that you are affecting more than what you believe that you're doing. Like, guys, when I talk about this, it's like, with celebrities, constantly you see them act a certain way, talk a certain way, and then when you go to a podcast with them, they're a whole different person. They get that break off, like how we do on our logo right here. The chains break off, and they're more open to talk. They're more, the cussing a little bit more fluent and stuff like that. And you see that there's two different parts to what we see compared to what we see over there. And, one thing I'll say about celebrities, man, realize who the audience that you're bringing in, because, this younger audience look up to you. This younger audience see you as an advantage to escape of what they go in life. And sometimes this saves them. And it's sad to say that we live life based off of how we view celebrities. I'll say it right now, guys. This guy right here, he takes half my paychecks around the times, but he brings a good moral, man. Great father, there's stuff I can look up to so much. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are live. And I have a kind of a feeling that is my boy, Mr. Weaston from the Dirty Hills, if I remember correctly. That sounds about right. But, guys, I want to thank y'all for joining us. I hope y'all enjoyed my rant regarding with celebrities, fatherhood and stuff like that. So I want everybody to know Buzzing with Marlowe will be back. Next week, we will have a guest. Kofi, I hope you're doing well, bro. Actually, since he is on, let's go ahead and reveal it now. Next week, guys, my guest from the Dirty Hills podcast. I know, guys, I'm doing it way earlier in advance than I usually do. I usually only make the announcement on a Wednesday or that Thursday before the episode. But next week, guys, next Friday, live, I will be joined with my boy, Kofi Winston from the Dirty Hills. He will be my guest next week. So tune in, and it's going to be an awesome chat, man. We're going to talk about wrestling. We're going to talk about how how they became a podcast, how they've done transition from, podcasting to just being a group that literally is asked to go to so many wrestling promotions. And their name is a prestige when it comes to podcasting, and a prestige when it comes to pro wrestling and just anything in general. So tune in next week, guys. I'm Warren Marlowe from the Buzzing with Marlowe podcast, guys. And I want to say, guys, if you are new to the channel and if you just coming in, make sure, guys, this definitely works for us. It helps us in so many ways. Make sure you like, share, and most importantly, subscribe. Hit the notification bell to stay in contact with all our platforms. I'm on media, guys. Just type in @Buzzing with Marlowe. You can Facebook. You can be in my Facebook group. Just let me know what you see, and you can see all our episodes. Also, guys, go to our YouTube channel, like, share, and if you like it, man, make a comment. Send a comment. Ask me what questions that you want me to cover, what topic you want me to do, and what possibility of a guest would y'all like for me to bring next. Guys, I'm always open for these. I'm always open for chat. And if you want to come on, send me a message and we can set something up and get you on the show if you want to. That's only if you want to. It's an open platform to talk for anything. But guys, I'm Warren Marlowe from the Buzzing with Marlowe podcast. And ladies and gentlemen, once again, I want to say Happy Veterans Day to all that have served, fought, died, and that are still serving, that have retired from being this warriors for this great nation. I deeply thank y'all. Thank y'all. We could not do the banter and fest that we do on social media and anything if it weren't for all y'all. So once again, Happy Veterans Day, guys. I hope everyone has a safe weekend. We got the build going into Thanksgiving, and I know Christmas is right around the corner as well. So, guys, it's It's going to be a crazy month, crazy ending to 2022. But guys, I'm Warren Marlowe from the Buzzing with Marlowe, and I will see you next week. And I will have my boy Kofi Weaston from the Dirty Hills, and we will see y'all next week. And guys, thank y'all. I love y'all. Have a great weekend. And most importantly, guys, I will be back when I have more bzzz down the road. Later.